welcome along and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. Today we are going to be doing a whole load of deliveries. We've got some wool here to take down to our spinnery. We've got some fabric to pick up from down there and deliver down to the boatyard. And we have some tables and chairs to deliver to the roller coaster. So we're going to get those started first today. Then if we have time, what we might do is come back and see if we can cut some more trees from our tree farm over there. So we're going to have to, well, I'm going to load up the JCB, our little skid steer, in a minute. But first, what I want to do is grab the bale of, or the pallet full of wool we have here. We might as well take this down to the spinnery while we're at it. I'm going to leave the other pallet here. It's not very full, and it'll be a while before it is. And this will just mean that we're just saving a little bit of a journey. In fact, it makes this journey a little bit more worth it to do this. Using the Unimog is great because it just means that we can load stuff onto the back of this for transport, and then transport our little skid steer with us, or our Teleskid with us, I should say. And as usual, we want to back this onto the trailer. That way it will nice and easily balance things out. If I don't back it onto here, yeah, it causes a little bit of a bad weight distribution. Take that down. Not too bad, and lock it on like so. Right, let's get these down to our fabric, our spinnery, and we'll drop these off and pick up the fabric that we've got down there. And down to our spinnery that we built just around the corner here. I think we've got 2 lots of fabric out of here so far, which is great. I did get a message. Submerged asked in the comments last time, said would have been a good idea to have taken the fabric so it could start processing at the boatyard. And yes, very much. And that's actually been my plan. I just didn't feel that there was enough fabric here to get it processing initially. But what we're doing today is exactly that. We're taking half the fabric that we've already got, getting that processing, so there's enough time for the rest of the for the fabric to have processed by the time that we drop off the second lot when we've got more out of here. So I'm looking to take these down in 2 lots, let them process through, and then hopefully we should get the boat out fairly quickly after that. These are not overly bad, overly time-consuming to process, I don't think, at the boatyard. So we just want to kind of get a couple on there, make sure it starts processing, and then get it through. It's a little bit of a necessity at this point. We kind of need the money from the boat in order to complete things. Although, as Dave Hunter pointed out, I think the amount of money I'm going to make off this boat is probably a little bit less than I expected. Lots of people have got a lot less money out. So Dave told me in the comments that basically Dagger Win on easy economy got 300, while as my good friend Mr. Sealy P only got about 100. So we may only get 100,000 out for this boat when we finish it. Not the end of the world, not a bad thing. Oh, why did I do that? Didn't want to do that. We need that much money. I mean, we only need about 120,000. It's either 110 or 120,000 to get the last factory, the barrel factory that we need. Let's get that unfolded again. There we go. And so yeah, we just need to get enough money from what we've got to get that barrel factory and start barrels processing. gone on here forwards and I didn't mean to. Yeah, that's going to cause a lot of rear wing. Let's switch this around and get this back on here. So yeah, 100,000, if that's all we get for our ship, will be enough. I don't need really any more than that. It would have been nice to have got closer to $1 million for a boat. But yeah, from the sounds of it, that is not how much we're going to get. And it may be that the people who initially told me how much you could get from a boat were mistaken. So let's take this 2,000 liters of fabric. I think we're tall enough to get through here without getting it wet. Yes, we are. And we can head up through the woodlands here and over to the ship. Now, the fabric we got on here is not going to actually give us any money from this immediately. It's going to be part of the ship and going to take us ever closer to the launch now that we are down here. So we'll drop this off here, and doing so will get us moving forward. So we now have 1,995 liters of fabric. We need 3,594. So we need another 2 pallets of fabric, which, based on what we have, is going to be another 3 pallets of wool, of which one we've already got going, and that should then sort us out up there. So this is getting ever closer to completion as well. I'm very, very pleased that we've got the boat getting nearer. Now, though, we need to head over to the furniture factory. We've already got some chairs and some tables there, so we're going to load all of those up onto here as well, and take those over to the roller coaster. And the easiest access to the furniture factory, I think, is going to be from this side road here. So, is it just here, I think? Yes, it is just here. And there are our chairs and tables. So, bring this up, park it up here, and open up our trailer so that we can load these up. Why are you beeping at me? I'm nowhere near you. Right, get this started up. Yeah, he's headed off. I have no idea why he's beeping at me. So we've got 2 sets of chairs and 2 sets of tables here. We're going to load both of, or all of them up. So let's grab this here. I don't think, well, actually, how many liters of tables do we have here? We've got 1,000 liters of tables, we've got, and a couple of 1,000 liters of chairs. Oh, a couple of 1,000 liters of tables and a couple of 1,000 liters of chairs in total. They will make us a fair amount of money. Chairs, the best place for chairs, Elm Creek, no, Sunnyside Cafe, no, Waffle Hut North. They want them at 1,841. So, yeah, we want to run those up there. The roller coaster is only 1,521. So, yeah, we want to run spares up to Waffle House North. And if we look at the tables, 2,800, 2,900. Yeah, so Sunnyside Cafe is the best place to take our excess tables. So, yeah, we want to get these over to the roller coaster. The stuff that we know will finish off the roller coaster can go over there. And I think we probably want a couple of different journeys around to sort out the others. Where is Sunnyside Cafe? Sunnyside Cafe is just across the road, actually. We could take those across there now, I think. So, yeah, that'll be the plan, is the spare table we've got. That will just run across the road with this. The spare chair will take up to the other place that needs dropping off. But first, we'll just load up this chair and this table and get them round to where we need them. The whole point in creating these in the first place, and that is so that we can get the roller coaster just that little bit closer. We still need some barrels for it. I think there might be something else we need for it as well, which is why we've got our eye on the barrel factory. But if we keep making money from these things and keep delivering stuff, I think we're gonna raise the cash we need to get the barrel factory in no time and complete the construction of the roller coaster, which is what we're aiming to do. Can we do that before episode 50? We are at episode, I think we've got 5 or 6 episodes to go before that. So there and there and there. Strap all that down. I'm actually going to disconnect those and leave the trailer here because this is a short hop down the road to get this dropped off, and then we're going to go and take our excess table across the road to Sunnyside Cafe. And yep, it is just a short hop around to here. So bring this in. It's only about 400 litres of this it needs, but we can't deliver less than that. There we go. So chair, table, barrel and bucket is what it needs. And it's got 1,000 litres of tables and chairs. We need to deliver, a little bit of barrels and a little bit of buckets, both of which come from the barrel factory. We also made a little bit of money off that. I didn't see how much because I was concentrating on how much we needed. But it wasn't insignificant because we're over 50,000 now. And it's the tables that we need to deliver to the Sunnyside Cafe. So let's bring this across to here. We'll jump into this and go and grab the table, run it across the road quickly and deliver it to the Sunnyside Cafe. Very tight round here getting in to pick this table up. But yeah, in we go. And I think a skid steer is an absolute must on this map. It really, really helps with maneuverability to be able to turn on a dime around so many places around here. Over here, and Sunnyside Cafe, I think, is not the one on the corner here, is it? No, that's the clothing place. I think Sunnyside Cafe is this building here, or is just behind this building here. But yeah, what does this say? That says antiques. This here says Sunnyside Cafe. Perfect. So this can go around the back here, and we'll just deliver it into this spot. Sell off the tables. 2,915 in sold product there. Perfect. Right, let's just load up the chairs then, and then we can head off to our other destination and get those sold. I've hitched the Unimog back onto the trailer because we're not coming back down here, so I want to take the skid steer with me. Just need to get this pallet of chairs onto here, like that. There we go. And they're not very far onto there, actually. Let's reposition that. Sometimes it's really difficult to tell depth with this, and much better just to do the third-person angle, just to get things a little bit more exact. Strap those down, and then we'll get this back onto the trailer, and we can go and see. I think it was Northside Cafe was where I saw the seats need to go, or the chairs need to go. So we'll back this up onto here, drop everything down, turn it off, which is something I forget to do on way too often a basis. Drop the trailer down, lock all of that. Good. Right, let's head off and get these sold. And bringing things full circle, Waffle Hut North is actually located just behind the fuel station near our logging camp, which is amazing. So yeah, it's right here. And what we can do is just pull that into there, sell those off there, and 1,841 for those. And we just come in and go straight across our grass field to come back home. That went around really, really well. We have done that all by 11 a.m., which is incredible. That's at least 10,000. In fact, I think we'll have a look at a moment to see exactly how much money we've made today. But I think that's a decent amount of cash. So off with the beacons. And our total amount of money we've made today, wow, is 20,000. We actually made a decent amount of money every day. Now, part of that is stuff that's automatically selling as well, but I'm fairly sure we've made a decent amount. And yeah, that's really good. To have made 20,000 today already, that's absolutely brilliant. I think what we want to do, though, is unload all of this. And then we're going to go and cut some trees down and get them processing, I think. I think that is going to be our best bet. That will be a good use of the day, and we can start doing some more stuff at the sawmill. If we can cut 6 more trees down and get them processed today, that will be a nice full sawmill. And how is our stuff with our sheep going? Yeah, see, this only has 406 litres in it. So it's going to be a while before we get another bale of, or another pallet of wool off there. So I had a quick thought to look over my productions, and actually I think our time would be better spent today heading up to the mine and loading up with some more metal. We are, yeah, we're down to sort of our last 20,000 litres, and we're gonna run out by the next day. So let's do that, and then what we can do is next time we'll be in a position to go and spend an entire day logging and getting stuff together. We do need to have some stuff ready. In fact, I think we still have some stuff ready for the barrel factory when we get it. We are going to need metal for that as well, though. So that is going to be a very good use of our time to make sure that our iron furnace is continually loaded and ready to go. Sheep are well fed, so that's all good. What we need is our wheel loader. That is going to need to come with us as well. So let's switch this over to the bucket, and then we'll head up and we'll go and get a whole load more iron ore. It's probably going to take us a little while to load this up, I think. So probably the rest of today is going to be going up there, loading that up, and getting back down here with it so that we can keep our iron ore production going. I'm kind of amazed that this far into this series we've only had one other wheel loader appear in the shop for sale. And that's the one we've got back at the base, the tracked one. And we're still having to bring this one up here. We've had no conveyor belts. We've had no other wheel loaders. It's basically you need to bring this one up here in order to get this done. So, yeah, that surprises me a little bit. And what we need to do now is position this in a good place. Somebody put into the comments last time before, I think it was, that to make things a bit more efficient, I really want to get my truck in a better loading position, somewhere like this maybe, so that it's very little space we have to move. And this is where having a conveyor belt up here would be really useful, or even just having another wheel loader up here would be really useful, because we wouldn't take all the time we took getting up here. And we'd very quickly be able to get this loaded up. Now this takes 16 buckets full to load this, so I'm gonna go around, get these done. So we're almost an eighth of the way there. just this one in, and I've only got to do it 14 more times. And this should be our last 2 buckets. Now, we're a little bit over full on one of them, I think. For some reason, we keep getting an extra 16 litres in some of these buckets. So, I think we're fairly close. But, yeah, we don't want a full bucket. We want to be about 100 litres shy of a full bucket. So 2,915 litres would be absolutely perfect. Let's see if we can get it, because I think we're going to fill up the iron factory. Slowly in, and 1,000, 2,090. Ah! It went straight up to 3,000, from almost 2,000 litres to 3,000. Which means a little bit is going to be left in our bucket. Oh no, it did all go in. Wow, really? How full is our trailer? 93%. I'm wrong. We've got one last chance to get this ready. I must have miscounted slightly on the number of buckets I need to put in here. So, it went the extra 16 even. So yeah, we're still going to be about 100 litres over. Let's do that. We'll have to tip the extra 100 litres in. Yeah, there we go. 111 litres. I could take another full bucket down there, but we've got more than enough to fill up the iron ore factory, or the iron furnace. So let's turn this around. We'll head back down to there and get that started up. And that will be nicely sorted for a good long while then. Follow there. And, yep, away we go down the mountain. It actually hasn't taken us as long as I thought it would to get this back down to here and to our iron furnace. So, yeah, that's good news. We'll put the 111 litres of iron ore from this in first. And then hopefully we can pull our truck round with this as well. That will come around to there. Yeah, that gets stuck on there. That's all right. Take the hired worker off. And we can back this up and round. And this can go in sideways. We don't need to back up to it in order to get this right. Although it probably should come in the other way round. That's the thing. It doesn't quite fit with what we need to take it in the other way. Lift this up. And that will be a great amount of iron ore going in here. Loading that up and into our iron furnace, which is not only producing us some metal. We've got 1,000 litres of metal here. This is actually being saved for when we get the barrel factory. We need to use some of this. So that's what that is for there. Otherwise, we are just selling all the metal we get at the moment automatically. And it hasn't taken all of it. Yeah, we are 60,000 litres worth in here. How much do we have left in our truck? 6,544 litres. So what I'm going to do is leave my truck here and we'll come back to it later. In the meantime, I'm going to take this back to the yard because I think we can go and sort the sheep out a little bit. Make sure they have the maximum amount of feed. And the idea there is that we know when we run out of bales, we will have plenty of time to get that field cut and a whole new set of bales made up. So let's park this in the shed. This squeeze in here. I think it will. I think we need to raise some of the flooring in the shed. Not so bad here, but right at the bottom corner we've got this large lump of concrete that sticks out of the ground, whereas at this end they're well embedded into the ground. So it might be worth actually putting the thinner stuff at the bottom end, although the whole thing about that is you've got more ceiling space because of how it's set up. Now let's jump into this. We're going to spin this around, grab ourselves a bale spike. and then grab us grab ourselves some hay. Actually, I'm just looking at my my rock crusher there. Maybe we can get the rocks that are in our way sorted today, and that will make our job easier next time when we go to do the tree farm. We'll be able to sort that out, and those won't be in the way like they have before. So yeah, I think that's a great way to go. Actually, we'll put this here. That will then feed our sheep, and then now that we've got this bale spike out of the way, we can move this somewhere where it's not in the way for us to grab the next bit. So maybe there-ish, because we're not going to be using those for a while. And then bring this round here. And this is where the Teleskid comes really into its own. We can just extend the arm out, attach the rock breaker, bring it back, and then when we're out here, jump out, connect it up, and we're good to go, and we can go and get rid of those rocks around the other side, which would be perfect. There was a rock breaker released on the mod hub. I don't know if people saw the Volvo one, that apparently doesn't actually work as a rock breaker at the moment, unfortunately. Doesn't have the required coding in it, because the only way to get the required coding is to crack the DLC, unfortunately. Actually, our lever is in exactly the right position for us to deal with this once these are broken. Is it cracking? Is this having an effect? Yeah, there we go. So that's one sorted. And we're not going to pick these rocks up. We are just going to get the lever to destroy the pile of stones. Easiest way to do this. Love this. This is just a cracking bit of kit. And this is going to make things so much easier. I had originally left these because I didn't think they'd be in the way. But they've just proved to be such a problem the last 2 times we've done this. We'll back this out, and I'm actually just going to park it over here for now, like so, and then we'll go and put that back in a minute. First, I want to jump in this and just get rid of those rock piles, because like the rocks that spawned them, they are going to be in the way. You don't need to get right down to the ground to do it. But it does seem to help. And just having a couple of patches of, well, worked ground instead of big piles of rocks, that actually works out better for us. No, that's too far. There we go. Right. That has sorted it out. And we can get this out of the way now. And in fact, we want to get this out of the way, because it's going to be in the way for us cutting trees next time. That means our Teleskid needs to be out of the way as well. So much that we need to move at the moment to make sure that things are sorted. Right, so I'll park this up here, like so. I've noticed the beacon's still going on this. I'll turn that off. Yep, that stopped flashing. And round here, this can then be put out of the way in a place that we've designated for it. I wonder if I can get a lean-to. I know that there is a lean-to mod that we could put out the back here for this. Specifically, yeah, just to look after this, because that would be great. There we go. And yeah, tomorrow I think we will get on to cutting some trees down here and opening up our tree farm a bit. At the moment, we've sort of been cutting this way. I think we could go into it a little bit more this way next time, maybe. We'll have a look at that, though. But for today, I think we're done. I will go and tip the last few bits of iron ore into that. But I think where we're going to end today is having a nice lookout over our view from our house here. What an absolutely gorgeous place to be. And with that, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.